Osteopathy is a philosophy and a science in terms of how to look at health and disease. What's different about osteopathy in regard to standard medical practice is that we start from a view of what is health. When you ask what is health, then you're looking at a holistic system. This has a long tradition in science. There's lots of philosophers in the past that have looked at at science from a holistic point of view, as opposed to an analytical reductionist point of view. So it falls in that camp. We are trying to look at how does nature correct, heal, and sustain, grow, develop. And that's what we're trying to understand, and the depth of that. Out of that, you might find some principles that you might follow. Dr. Still himself didn't give us a list of principles, so in some ways we have to develop that for ourselves. But one of the things besides looking at as an osteopath, everything is connected to everything. But then you have to figure out, well, how is it connected? Why is it connected? Is it relevant? Is the connections relevant? So this is part of that holistic thinking. The other unique quality is understanding the relationship, which is dynamic, between the architecture and how things function. So we might look at embryologically how the architecture is formed and the relationships that are formed at that time. But those relationships are enduring, and the body wants to continue to endure those structural relationships or mechanical relationships, but they're also functional relationships. So any function is going to disturb those architectural relationships. And if those architectural relationships are disturbed, then the function is disturbed. This is our way in for our manual therapy, to be able to, in a sense, work with understanding what is functioning, what is form. Form and function are interrelated and cannot be separated. We also are looking at how is the nutrition going. So we're instantly looking at arterial supply, venous drainage, lymphatic drainage, and above all, how is the body communicating with itself in continuous feedback loops at all sorts of different levels. Nervous system, hormonal system, sound, electromagnetic, structural, mechanical, all of that actually has an input that's occurring all the time that the body is reading as we are living, breathing. And you're trying to tune into, well, how's the body thinking? How's the body moving? How is it maintaining its health in terms of circulation, maintaining its health in terms of getting rid of waste? And if you can understand those principles, then you've got something you can work with. And work is a dialogue. It's not, I'm telling the body what to do. It's, I'm listening to what you want me to do as your servant in terms of how to adjust, how to support, how to intervene. And my intervention then is the question, and that I'm listening to how the body then responds, because it has its own ability to respond. And then I adjust and say, okay, if that's what you want me to do, that's what I'll do. You want me to do more, I will do more. So technique is only the sentence structure about the questions that we're using. I felt it was a good opportunity to propagate the type of osteopathy that I stand for and that a lot of my postgraduate colleagues stand for. And several of those people are also teaching on the course, and very well thought of, very experienced practitioners. And I thought it was an opportunity for me to particularly to do the two areas that I like to do most, which is one is to demonstrate and to teach Dr. Sutherland's approach to the body as a whole, so using indirect techniques and understanding how to use that with stillness to activate changes in the body. The other area is that I've taught a lot about is osteopathic medicine, and particularly an area where how do bodies respond to stress? And as soon as we talk about how we respond to stress, we have to evoke the immune system. Now in osteopathy, the immune system isn't a separate system. It's actually about how the body stays healthy. And so it involves all the different systems, and you want to know what are the choices the body makes depending on the type of stress, whether it's a physical stress, mental, emotional, or a viral, which is very important in these days, or some other ingredient from the outside. And how does it then cope, change, adapt, and try to heal itself? Okay?